Good morning students. How are you? All of you fine? Good. In previous video I tell you about a cell and its discovery. What? I tell you about a cell and its discovery. Now what is cell? Cell is the structural and fundamental unit of life. Cell is the structural and fundamental unit of life because our life start with a single cell. Because our life start with a single cell and it make a multicellular organism and all the functions is performed by a single cell in unicellular organism. That's why it is called the structural and functional unit of life. Who discovered cell? Cell is discovered by Robert Hooke. In which year? 1665. Cells of a different shape and size. Those cells which are very big in size, we can able to see with the help of our eyes. But those cells which are very small in size or it is maybe inside our body, how we can able to see that one? So with the help of microscope, we can able to see the such type of cell which we cannot able to see with the help of our eyes. Now this is the structure of a microscope. This is the structure of microscope. Okay, so with the help of microscope, we can able to see the small object has a big object. Okay, we can able to see a very tiny organism. With the help of microscope, we can able to see it. In previous classes, I tell you about the lenses. Which lens magnified the image? That is your convex lens. Which lens magnified the image? Convex lens. So in microscope we are using a convex lens. Which lens? Convex lens. There are two types of lens we are using in microscope. That is your objective lens and one is your eyepiece lens. Objective lens and other one is your eyepiece lens. Objective lens, where it is? Objective lens is placed where the stage. Where it is placed? It is placed over a stage. Okay? Where we keep a specimen. Where we keep a specimen. Specimen is what we want to observe. Either it is a cell, whether it is a tissue or whether it is a microorganism. Or are we called a what? Specimen. The specimen is kept near the objective lens. And another lens is your eyepiece lens. Another lens is your eyepiece lens, which is near to our eyes. Which is near to our eyes, by which we can able to see the object. Okay. So here in microscope we are using two type of lens. Okay, but its nature is same. That is a convex lens. One is your objective lens, which is near to the specimen, and other eyepiece lens, which is near to your eyes. Okay. Now, what is the next step? That is your staining and mounting. Okay, that is your staining and mounting. By staining, we can able to see the object clearly. Okay, otherwise it cannot be easily distinguishable. Okay, if a specimen is stained, stained means a dye or any color which are using, by which we can able to distinguish the certain part of a cell. By which we can able to distinguish the certain part of a cell. Otherwise all the cells is look like a same. Okay, that process is called a stained. That process is called a stain. Sometimes we are using a saccharine solution. If we use a saccharine solution, then we can easily identify the nucleus. We can easily identify the nucleus. What is nucleus? Nucleus is the controlling center of all the cell. Controlling center, or we call a brain of the cell. So staining is necessary, otherwise we cannot able to distinguish all the things. Okay. Now after staining we can able to see the object clearly, or we can use the iodine solutions or blue. If any cell which can store the starch, any cell which can show the having the starch, it can be stained by a blue black. It can be stained by blue black. So its stain, its color is changed. We can able to distinguish if that cell stored the starch. Okay. Then the next step, the stained specimen is placed in the liquid medium. Okay, where it is placed, it is in liquid medium. Then to put the cover on it. What we put? A cover place on it. That's why, because it not be moved. If it is, several people are using that specimen or that slide, they can be moved from their place. That's why we use a cover slip place over it. That process is called a mounting. What it is called? It is called a mounting. It helps to dispel the air. Okay, that process helps to dispel the air. Here we are using a what? Water. Okay, water is using to make a what? Temporary slide. But if we want to make a permanent slide, then we use another mediums. Okay, for a long time if we want to keep it. But temporary slide for the few time and permanent slide are stored for a long time. So with the help of microscope, we can able to see the small object as a big object. We can able to magnify the image 100 times or 1000 times. We can able to magnify the image with the help of microscope. In microscope, adjacent knob is there. Adjacent knob, okay, by which we can able to adjust the eyepiece lens and objective lens. So by this we can able to see the object. That is all about a microscope. Okay, I make you understand this topic. So let us continue this topic in the next class about what a cell structure. Now, thank you and have a nice day.